Hey, Alex, great to see you.
Hi, Marco. How you doing?
I'm living that quarantine life, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
So, how are you guys handling all this time at home?
Well, it's normal actually because being an actress, you either work 18 hours a day or you don't work at all for days at a time or weeks at a time. And so it's the lifestyle sort of normal for me because if I'm not working, I'm a stay-at-home mom. It's just that now I don't have to wake up at 5:30 to get ready to drive her to school.
That's true.
But yeah, so we're homeschooling, which can be a little challenging because she kind of thinks she's on break. She's
Oh,
like,
I get
"Mommy,
it.
come on." She's like,
Yeah,
"What? Oh, do I have to go in front of the camera? Do I have to go in front of the iPad? I'm like, "Yeah, baby, we're doing school now. Let's do school." So there's
exactly.
that element, but
And
I
the
know she's,
distractions, right? The distractions.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I tried to make her space very stark, and this is what we're doing. But she's like,
Oh, yeah.
"Oh, my Play-Doh's over there," and I'm like, "Oh." So it's a challenge, but it's great. It's fine. It's good, and I know at least now she's really eating because sometimes I'll pick her up from school and it's like she hasn't touched her lunch. I'm like, "What are you doing? Why don't you
I
eat?"
get
And
it.
she's like, "Mom, I was having fun with my friends. I had to go running. I had to play. I had stuff to
She's too
do." I'm like,
busy.
"Yeah." I'm like, "Babe, you got to eat."
Speaking of eating, though, the grocery store, have you ventured out lately? I mean, it's a whole process now just getting into the store, right?
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm like, oh, I have to go to the store today because
I
we don't
know.
have anything. I have my gloves, I have my mask. You have to wait in line, you
Yep.
have to decon everything down when you bring it back in the house, plus doorknobs and it's a whole thing. I'm extremely anal about it.
Yeah.
Um, but you have to be because if you're not like really strict about it,
It's that one time you're not
yeah,
strict, you could
yeah,
get infected.
it's you can get some kind of contamination. So there's that, and I'm cooking more than I've ever cooked in my life, I guess. No, I mean
Hey, good thing for your family, right?
when I was young, I was like roasted a couple of chickens already. I make banana cake every 3 days from smushed old bananas,
Right?
vanilla cake,
Now you're
roast.
like gourmet.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I've always loved to cook. I just don't cook that much because we're so busy. I'm
I
either
know. I
working
know.
or I'm picking my daughter up and I'm taking her to tennis, and then I have to take her to Girl Scouts, and then
So, yeah,
homework, eating, bath, bed, done.
the whole thing.
So
I know.
either I make something fast or we go out a lot. So this is kind of wonderful. I mean, the silver lining, the family part, this getting to stay at home part
Yeah.
is wonderful for us to get together and regroup. We're I mean, we're everyone's saying the same thing. We're in this together. We are in this together. Whether it's where it's happening to us or not, we're feeling it. I'm feeling the anxiety, and I'm trying not to put it on my daughter, so I run 5 miles a day on my treadmill.
Right. But hey, you're getting your exercise in because, a lot of people are like, I can't go to the
True.
gym, but you're a workout fiend.
Well,
You
I'm
were doing it
trying
this
really.
morning.
I did this morning. I did 5 miles this morning.
Wow.
So I'm trying, and now I've discovered yoga, which I used to be like, ugh, yoga, but it stretches me out so nicely,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
need it. I need it, and it helps with the anxiety.
Well, that's good. And as I've talked about before, my heart's with the firemen, the doctors, the nurses. Your fiance Scott is a fireman. What's
He
he
is.
been going through emotionally?
Um, you know, it's tough to say because he's a hard ass. He was in the Air Force, he was Special Forces in the Air Force, and now he's been a fireman for 30 years. So
Wow.
they see everything. So it's very
Get it.
matter of fact for him.
Yeah.
They're all about the facts. They're all about procedure. They cannot pick anyone up if someone calls in and says they have COVID.
Mhm.
They say to the person, please stay home and quarantine yourself.
Yep.
Unless they are dying or they can't breathe, then it
Yeah.
becomes a whole other thing. Then it becomes a whole hazmat thing.
How about when he comes home though? When
He
comes
has to
home to
decon
you and your
himself.
daughter?
He has to leave his shoes outside. He has to take a
Yeah.
shower. He has to change his clothes. He can't use the same clothes. So yeah, it's a whole thing. Even though their temperatures are checked when they come in, when they go out,
Of
the
course.
whole fire station is just like sprayed down. They're
Oh yeah.
extremely careful.
Aside from that, and good thing he's safe, but just the interaction with friends. I know you have a core group of friends, a lot of them that we know. We've seen, Dania Ramirez and,
Yeah.
Judy Reyes and Eva Longoria. Do you miss those get-togethers? Rosalind Sanchez, like you guys used to get together quite a bit. And so now
Yeah.
how are you making up for that time?
I mean, I do miss them. I miss Danya. I mean, I'm Eva, but we text each other. I miss you. I love you. But there's only so much of that you can do, and then there's stuff to take care of at the house. For instance, my cleaning lady / nanny / everything, Teresa, used to live with me. Now she's not here. I am cleaning and cooking all day.
Aren't you excited to be dressed right now? You're actually dressed.
I know.
Because you weren't wearing this a minute
Marco
ago.
wants to do an interview. Oh no, I better put some makeup on. So yeah, I do miss that too. I miss getting my hair and makeup done. I was talking about that with my girlfriend the other day. We're like, we haven't gotten our hair and makeup done
for right?
More than a month, and that's a lot.
It doesn't take a lot for you. You can look amazing like that. You know that.
Oh.
Gosh, your incredible roles. Let's start with Friends back in the day.
Friends. Oh my God.
How did that come about?
Well, I had just come off the movie Selena, and they had cut all my hair off. I went in for the stereotypical ditzy girl or like cutie girl, and they saw me and they're like, "What happened?" Because all my hair was cut off, and hey man, I'm method. I was like, sure, I'll gain weight. Yes, cut my hair. Yes, diet. Yeah, I'll do anything. And that was so much fun. That was so long ago, but it was one of the best working experiences. They were so funny, all those guys. And Matt LeBlanc lives down the street from me, but he's very, very private. Oh. Matt, if you see this, I live down the street from you.
I'll drop off some goodies. Come on, dude.
Some goodies. I'm baking all the time.
Right.
Yeah, we make cookies every other day, banana bread the other days. But thank God I have an 8-year-old and my fireman who just.
Oh yeah, of course. So that was Friends. It's funny. My sons and I we were watching Viva Rock Vegas the other day.
Man!
Remember when I texted you? And
yes,
I screen grabbed it. I'm like, oh my gosh, there you are on Viva Rock Vegas. I forgot you're in that. You're like Roxy, right? You're like a wicked kind of sassy girl.
In Flintstones 2. She was the bad girl. The bad girl in Flintstones 1 was Halle Berry, and then I played the bad girl in Flintstones 2, and that was amazing. I just bought one of the dresses that I wore on this auction online. I just bought like a year ago. And my goal is to fit back into it because I was much smaller. I was not much smaller. I was smaller, but my waist was certain. I remember my waist was a certain measurement, and all of my costumes were made to my body.
Well, they were skin tight.
They were skin tight. They were beautifully made. Yeah. That was a fun movie.
And then it's funny. I mean, a lot of people also saw you in Everybody Loves Raymond. I know you're still close with the cast. Mm-hmm. What was that like?
That was another one. I'm so lucky. I've had such great experiences. I've worked on such great shows.
Yeah.
I mean, I did the series premiere when Everybody Loves Raymond was at its height. Mm-hmm. The height of its popularity. I get to work with Ray Romano, Patricia Heaton, and we shoot in Italy for 2 weeks.
You can't beat that, really?
It was like, I think about it now, I still want to cry. It was brilliant, and it was supposed to be just a guest star, but the powers that be liked it so much that they made it an hour-long show, and they made my character and my father's character, David Proval, they made us recurring characters. So I was recurring on there for about 4 years. Awesome. It was wonderful.
And we got to talk about your role in the movie Selena.
You initially went in to read for what part? The sister.
The sister, and they said you're not big enough, basically, to play the sister. Physically, you're wrong for it, but we love your essence. It's like Suzette, she's so lively and effervescent. She's a great girl. Yeah. She's really a wonderful girl. but you don't look the part.
Mm-hmm.
And that was back in April, and then they couldn't find the person. Then it was like August, and they hired me. Oh no, I had to do a screen test with Jennifer and with
Jennifer Lopez, of
Jennifer
course.
Lopez and
Yeah.
Constance Marie to see how we looked, and we all looked good together.
Like family.
Well, yeah, we looked like family, and
Yeah.
so they gave me the role, but I had to gain weight, and it wasn't really enough. I honestly didn't look right for the part. So the director, Gregory Nava, said, I want you to stay in this movie. I'm going to write another role for you. And I'm like, great. After you cut off all my hair and I've gained 15 pounds.
You're like, what do you possibly have for me now?
But he wrote a part for me, which was wonderful.
Yeah.
And I'm indebted to him forever for that. And that was a great experience. The whole thing was a great experience.
One of the shows that I'm so bummed didn't stay on, telenovela.
Aww,
Alex,
another great experience.
That was so much fun. Eva just killed it with that idea. Eva, if you're watching, you got to bring it back for like maybe Amazon or something. I mean, your whole cast, you guys had that comedic timing that you just don't get all the time.
Yeah, and we had great chemistry. You know, there are certain projects where everyone just really clicks, and we had great chemistry. And also the fact that Eva is such an amazing person.
Mm-hmm.
She's an amazing businesswoman, philanthropist, creative person, and
mom too.
Mommy.
Yeah.
She's just a good girl.
I think that's so cool. Okay, so I like to always ask questions, like random questions, just so people can get to know you a little bit better. So a lot of people have time to watch movies. I know we do here at the house with the kids. What is one of your favorite movies?
Oh my gosh, I love so many movies. I love epic films. I love films like Gone with the Wind. I love The Big Lebowski. I love any kind of Fred Astaire black and white movie that was ever made.
Okay, music. What are you playing right now? Like, what is on your playlist?
I don't have a playlist. I have old R&B when I go running and I need some extra oomph.
Yeah.
I have old R&B from like the and soul, 80s, 90s, 50s.
Wait, what's one of the songs? Kind of like, you mean like Push It, like Salt and Pepper?
Oh yeah, Salt and Pepper. Oh gosh, what is on my?
Like Jodeci? Like where are you going? Where are you going with it? Wait. What is it? Rex in Effect. Remember Rex in Effect? Rump Shaker. Remember?
No, I don't remember that. But I'm not like a music person at all. I can't even. Billie Eilish. Oh, now I know Billie Eilish, but for the longest time I'm like, I'm not cool like that.
Oh yeah, well,
I'm not cool with music.
Yeah, Billie Eilish she's in a whole genre of her own.
Eilish, right?
Sorry. She is incredible. Well, it's so interesting. I love having conversations like this that are just so chill. You know, it's such a crazy time for all these people and ourselves, and I just miss the interaction with people. You know, like hanging out. I miss like going to the grandparents' house and hugging them. You know, for my kids, being able to see grandma and grandpa. But when we go, we stand, apart from the door on the other side of the grass and wave. It's just.
Oh my gosh, that's hard.
It's really tough. Yeah. So I know you know the same thing. You probably have to do the same thing with a lot of your loved ones too.
Well, my parents are gone, and so are my grandparents. My brothers and I, we text each other, and we do a lot of FaceTime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have an awesome family. I've met them.
Thank you.
They are so fun, and you're the only girl, so they're really obsessed with you. I know.
Yeah, and so when I say I haven't cooked for a long time, when I was a kid, my mom and I used to cook all the time because we were the girls in the family.
Of course.
And my brothers didn't cook. Very traditional family. I'm like, I was thinking about that. I'm like, I remember this. I remember doing this like all the time.
Yeah, mixing and baking and everything. Well, this has been so much fun. I'm so glad we got to finally catch up. And
I know.
Stay safe, Alex.
You too. Stay safe. Keep those kiddos safe. Don't go out unless you really, really have to.
Exactly. And take all the precautions. But I can't wait to see you when all this is over. We'll hang out again.
Absolutely. Come over. Bring the kids. I got my playground over here.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time right here on the couch.